Hello, Sim friends, and I have a neighbor house tour, and this is of Eli Perya's mansion tour, and here is his mansion. It's built on that Greek style lot, and and he has two sports cars there, which is really nice. I do like the exterior. I think it's really pretty. He has some planters, up on, like the balconies, and he has the helicopter, and he has a gazebo, and then he has some arbors on the ground floor, which looks really pretty. And then he has a statue. So on the outside, this house is very, very, very pretty. I really like the gold. And then he has some plants, and he has a fountain in the front, and then some trees. I think those trees were from an online pack, maybe. And then the railing he used is really pretty. I don't know what it's called, but it's gorgeous. It's gold, and then he has a arbor, as I said earlier, and it's and then the front doors is the Art Deco gold doors, and he has a hat rack, and then a buffet table, and then he has a coat closet. This is really cute. I like that coat closet, and then he has a cutie little cat. Aww. And the windows he used is the gold Scandi, the windows, I believe. That's my guess, or maybe it's not. But either way, it's really pretty. And then the door frames were the Art Deco gold frames. And then he has two white couches. And then he has, these gold light fixtures. This is luxury. I like it. It's luxury. And then he has a fire pole. And, and some of the benches. I think so far he's done a really good job. His builds are top notch, I think. He's got some talent here. And then he's got that gold bathed window. I don't know where that came from, if that was in an online pack or not. And then here is the glamour, the table with gold. And then the glamour chairs, I believe. And here he has a fountain of sorts, like a drink fountain, I'm guessing. And then he has a piano. And then here is a stairway that's going upstairs. And then here is the outside, leading out to the back, and then he has the light fixtures upstairs. And then here is a kitchen island. I don't think I have that in my inventory, but I don't know. And he's got the glamour, the countertops, and then the gold the countertops. And then here is a rug area with some pet food. And then here is a table and like a divider That's really pretty. And then a coffee table, a TV, and then the couch. I think that's the industrial couch. I think. And then he has a fish tank. And then here's the backyard. He has a bicycle and a picnic rug. Um, and then here is the upstairs balcony. Those stools are really pretty. Um, I don't know what event they're from. And then here's a downstairs, and here's a pool with some retreat-like fountains. And then this is the white studio staircase. And then here is the basement. He has some arcade machines there, a popcorn thing. Here's some wall hangings, and then here is a theater, and then he has a photo booth, and then here is a gym, an at-home gym. These Sims are living in luxury, let me tell you. And then this white the cupboard or something. I'm trying to see. I think it's a coffee cupboard, maybe. And then here is a foosball table, and then a pool table. Then here's a Sim. I'm just walking by. And yeah, this game room is really neat. You have a bar there too, and some drinks. That's really nice. And then here is a laundry area. This is really, really nice. I mean, like, I like his builds. I like his builds anyway, because he has a lot of talent. He really does a good job with these. And then here is a plant, and then here's a spa with the massage table and mud bath, I think it is. And then here's another spa area. Man, I'm jealous. Oh man, that's so neat. And then he has that shower. He has a lot of nice things in here. I'm impressed. Um, that stairway, I forgot where that's from. Maybe an online pack, maybe. And then here's a glamour, the TV, and then here is a bed. They have those beds in the Plumberg estate from the last update. And then there's their closet, and then a bathroom with some golds and a touch of pink. And then here's the closet with the gold and white. And the cutie little cat again. And then there's the lavish fireplace. And then here's a wall hanging. And then a bathroom. This is cute. I'm liking the layout. I think that for a mansion build, this layout is pretty cool. The white studio staircase again, and then there's a desk, and then here's another. Then here is another bedroom. I don't know where that bed is from. I don't have that in my inventory, but it's really cute. And then there's some mirrors up on the wall. Then here's a bathroom. So cute. That's a nice bathroom. And of course, with all the windows, like, anyone can see you going to the bathroom. And then here is the top floor, with a helicopter and we're in a little room, where you can exit out, like onto the balcony, and and then there's a gazebo. So good job, Eli. I love your build.